Know that what I'm about to say is coming from a place of complete and utter unconditional love. When I say knock it off, cut it out, this woe is me mentality is serving no one, especially you. It's serving no one. You are under the assumption that someone is going to save you from yourself, save you from feeling how you're feeling, save you from this low point in your life. But the truth is, there is no one that's coming to save you. And I know that sounds really dark, but understand, again, as I've prefaced, this is from a place of love. So try to see the good in that statement, that no one is coming to save you, that all you have is yourself in the beginning. You have work to do. There is work to be done. You have been called to do something greater than what you are doing now. And whether you wanted to or not, you answered the call. You have had dreams of living a different lifestyle than you are currently living. And sometimes these thoughts can be subconscious, so they kind of seep into your dreams, but other times it can just be you daydreaming about it in the middle of the day at work when there's downtime. Or let's say you've had a horrible day and now you are thinking about how you would want your life to look like and how you wish that you were doing something else other than what you're doing now. So you don't have the luxury of acting the way that you're acting right now, whether it's self-pity or self-sabotage or just kind of like down in the dumps and moping about. You don't have the luxury. Because had you locked in 2-3 years ago, you might be in a different position right now. You might be in a position where you're able to quit your job that's making you miserable because now you have supplemental income or income from doing the job, another job that you love, that doesn't even feel like work, but it is now, it has surpassed your income to the point where you can quit that other job that's not serving you and you're able to do this passion project full time. So you have to do yourself a huge favor and you have to realize that you and you alone, you're the only one who can, first of all, bring yourself down mentally, emotionally. But then on the other side, you are the only one who can really pull yourself back out from that hole that you emotionally and mentally dug yourself in because of a number of things. It could be because of self-doubt, believing that maybe you're not good enough for this lifestyle, this beautiful gift that God or the universe has given you. this treasure. Maybe you're like, I don't know if I can hold on to this gift. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to it fully. You might feel like you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, but if you think about it, that's the whole reason why people say choose your hard. Because it's either working at the job or doing a task that just drains your soul, right? It's just so soul shattering. Or you work hard for the next few years, build momentum, build and strengthen discipline, build connections, seek out opportunities, seek out resources, research, learn the art of researching. Teach yourself how to gather information, valuable information about your craft. Learn as much as you can. Join groups on social media, Facebook groups, find people on Instagram, go to info sessions, go on forums, find your people, your tribe, like-minded individuals. Branch out. Sometimes we're stuck in a mental prison because we chose to self-isolate, thinking that maybe people don't understand us anyway, and we're better off just going it alone and figuring it out on our own, by ourselves. And then other times it's like, you have to understand we are social creatures, so maybe self-isolation isn't the best move. Maybe self-reflection isn't all that it's cracked up to be. And now you really do have to kind of branch out and find people who can help you bridge the gap whenever you're feeling lost and confused. So with so much love in my heart, I want to tell you this because I've gone through it. I am going through it. I'm probably going to go through the same cycle over and over and over and over again until I have finally mastered this karmic lesson of stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling like, oh, the world is going to end. Woe is me. Those are just it's probably an unhealed childhood wound. Because to me, like I'm getting this download, to me, those emotions, those feelings, they feel very childlike. I don't want to say childish because to me that's like on par with immaturity, but I just want to say like childlike, like very like rudimentary, like at its like base level, it feels very like when you were a kid and you were like, oh, it's the end of the world. Like, oh no, like I lost my favorite toy. Like I'll never get it back. I'll never find anything better than it. It's over. It's doomsday. Oh my gosh. Like, and then your parent or an adult in your life, they were like, oh, Jimmy or Jane, look, I found your favorite toy. It was just, kind of tucked in between these other things like in your room. And then now you're like super happy again. But it's like, you had to have someone else show you the way or tell you it's going to be okay, because it is. But when you love something, it's so precious to you. When you have a project that you're working on, or some kind of piece of art, like anything that you can think of that, when you're listening to this, you resonate with, you're like, oh yeah, what I'm talking about, I know what she's talking about. Like, I'm thinking about this one particular artwork or this one particular project that, yes, it is your pride and joy. It is so precious to you. And it's your whole world. But at the same time, because you have a death grip on it, if things don't pan out the way that you envisioned for it to, it really can feel like life and death. It can feel like the end of the world. Just like when you were a kid and it was hard for you to regulate your emotions when you were younger. Because the world is so vast. When we're children, like, everything is big. I mean, if you think about it, I'm not just talking about like metaphorically, but like literally, like you are a small child. You're like 3 feet tall. The adults are big. The buildings are big. The door is big that you walk through. The car door is heavy. Like, everything is just so big in front of you. And you are just this tiny, precious thing. And of course, like, you have big emotions that you have to grow into, like shoes. And like the clothes that you wear, you have to grow into your body. But then you also have to grow into these emotions. And so when you are presented with something that is your pride and joy, your project, your artwork, your skills that you're trying to master, this thing that will one day be your magnum opus, yeah, it is really freaking scary when you are faced with, and now I got to do this, and now I got to do that, and I got to get this done before I can do that, and ba-da-da-da-da-da. Like, it is just like rattling on, like this laundry list of stuff you got to sift through. And then you just want to throw it all away and say like, oh, woe was me. Like, I just wasn't cut out for it. I'm no Michelle Obama. I'm no Kamala Harris. I'm no Viola Davis. I'm no fill in the blank. But it's like, you are. You are. You want to know how I know you are? Because number one, if you're listening to this and you resonate from this, that's how I know you are. Because if this video didn't find you, it wasn't meant for you. If you didn't click on it and listen to this audio through and through all the way up until this point, it just wasn't meant for you to listen through and click with and really align with. It's just something that you're either in sync with or you're not. You're out of sync. And then another thing, the most important thing, independent of this message that I am putting out, it's just that inner knowing. Like, when you care so much about something, it's going to freak you out. It's like finding the love of your life and pushing them away because you're so terrified, because you're so in love with that person that you're like, I cannot believe I actually found the love of my life. I didn't think that I would in this lifetime or in any lifetime. And now that the person is standing before me, what if I screw it all up? And so what do? You actually do screw it up and you push them away and out of your life because you don't think you're deserving of it. It's kind of like that. But I'm here to tell you, you are deserving of it. It was never a matter of whether you were or weren't. It's just a matter of growing into your big feelings. And that's going to take time. Right now, things feel uncomfortable. Things feel a little itchy. They feel a little, off center. Like things are you're just growing into your new body. And it feels very, very uncomfortable, but that is normal. Things are shifting. That is completely normal to feel like you're down in the dumps and worried that you may or may not ever amount to anything. All of the greats have felt that way. What helps me is sometimes I'll go back to my favorite videos of influential people who I look up to that have been there, done that, and come on to panels and talk about it to us, other creatives. And that's what gets me going sometimes. That's what motivates me. And so I hope that I've done a little bit of that for you today. So if you're listening to this and you find bits and pieces of resonance, I'm so glad. I just had to come on here and share this message as it came to me, because I didn't want this. I didn't want to miss this window of opportunity to talk about it. Had I just called it a day and got ready for bed and went to bed, I may not have had the words to express what I'm expressing right now. Had I left this for another day. So that's all I got to say. And, love on yourself. Tell yourself that. Say, I love me. I love me. Say that. Say that out loud. Say it proudly. Say it boldly. I love me. And despite how I am feeling in the moment, I am so proud of myself. All right. Until next time.